Blessings. I know it's been a long time since I haven't done a video. I apologize if my nose is a little bit stuffy, but right now, just want to explain this process right now, what I'm doing. So this is like not my first time, but for the past 2 weeks now, I've been experimenting working with black paper, and I'm starting to love it. One thing I'm realizing with the black paper is that color pop out so much. Beautiful, in my opinion. Right now, this piece that I'm working on, um, I wanted to do a butterfly, colorful butterfly, rainbow effect. But right now, I have flowers in the center middle piece of this. Now, I want to say like about maybe like last year and the year before that, I always try to challenge myself. Last year, I was always messing around with Pastel matte paper, and it's very expensive. Just like one sheet of Pastel matte paper in an 18 by 21 size is like $15. But I came to that point where I really don't care about money. It's all about just the experiment and testing it out. The year before that, I was always messing around with gray tone and tone tan paper, and it always make the white pop out, and it's always great for like drawing anime. When I was always drawing Dragon Ball Z, Goku style and stuff like that, it always popped out so beautiful. For this piece right here, I just really want to relax. If you've been following me on all of my social media platform for years and years, I'm always drawing portraits, mostly because of wrestlers. I love wrestling. But right now, I just want to experiment outside of that. I wanted to do abstract, but I still wanted to almost draw something in a way, and experience and just get more creativity. Well, just experience color more, if that makes sense. Not to say I'm tired of messing around with black and white. I love my black and white. But color just brings a different feeling and vibe into it. So right now, as you can see, I'm just pretty much this whole theme is just like a rainbow color effect. I started off by just doing the outline. I started off doing the outline just with a white pastel uh, pencil, and I already had the wings and everything. I try to rule it out. It's a little bit off to the side. And right now, I start off by everything with red, orange, blue, just with the wings. I'm really loving how with the rainbow color, everything just pops out. I really love the color blue. I feel like blue on black paper just pops out so beautiful and nice and peaceful. It's a vibe. It's a beautiful vibe. I apologize. I had to keep on adjusting the camera. It's really hard for me to, keep looking back at the camera and seeing what angle it is. Because I'm so like in tune with the work, I get so lost in it. For artists out there, I know most of you guys can understand when you're so in tune with the work, you just lose sight of time and everything else that's around you. You just get so drawn into the work. As you can see right now, how it's almost coming out. Like, I don't know, I love it. Now I'm just looking at it right now. It just looks so beautiful. Usually, this is the craziest part. When I'm ever messing around with pastel, I'm always blending it with the blending stomp. But for this piece right here, I really avoid doing that. I don't know why, but there's something about I guess it's the paper itself. Because of this black paper that I'm using, um, I did try blending it with the blending stomp, and it just smudged over and disappeared more. Instead of like basically, instead of the colors blending, it was like me erasing chalk from a chalkboard, if that makes sense. So I was like, all right, let me just avoid blending it. And I'm so used to blending stuff. But this is my first time, like, just not blending stuff and just, I guess, just using the pencils just to blend the work. Since this piece was, like, so big, it really did, like, a toll on me. Um, I really, I love, I, all right, there's pros and cons in creating the big art piece. The bigger it is just like the more I have to stretch and be more flexible. And my arms can't really stretch that much. And I can't really, yeah. I can't really stretch that much. So I did have to take a lot of breaks. So usually I was just working on this for like probably like an hour and a half and it took a break and then another hour and a half and it took a break. When the art piece is like so small, it's just so of course it's easy to work with because it's just like boom boom, it's so small, what I'm saying? You're not using that much space, but the bigger it is, the more space you have to fill up. Usually when and another thing too, like when I'm working on pieces, I always have my gloves. Some people call it the Michael Jackson gloves because the way it looks. But this time I didn't even use my gloves. It's crazy because when I was working on these black, as you go on my Instagram page, you'll see more of my artwork that I created with the black paper. I didn't even put my gloves on. Um, Usually, when I put my gloves on, the artwork, I'm not afraid of putting or leaning against the artwork. But because I haven't blended on this piece, I was just afraid of it just being smudged in general. So I didn't even put my gloves on because I didn't want to even smudge the work in any way. So I avoid leaning against the artwork as much as I can and just being more cautious and more aware, if that made sense. I decided to put more rainbow along in the side of this. I might do more artwork like this. I'm about to submit this to a gallery, so I just want to see people's reactions. Because this is something that I never done before, usually since I'm always doing portraits. But this is something new to me. It's very peaceful, calm, and smoothing. I feel like there's no way of me creating any errors, and it doesn't have to be picture perfect. But as long as I'm feeling it, then I love it. I could have leave it. I could have leave like the outline simple, but I just wanted to go over the outline in white. As you can see right now, I'm going over every single outline in white just to make it pop out more. I feel like it just stands out more. I feel like it makes such more of a difference because the paper is already in black. So why leave the outline already black? you know. One thing too that I'm noticing is to play around with the background. That's one thing I learned in tattoo school. Whenever you just leave the background just plain, it's just a tattoo piece. But whenever you put fill into the background, and you don't have to do that much, I didn't really want to do that much in the background. This made it look like it was like shooting in space and just put the stars in the back. It's plain and simple, not that much, you know. So this is what I have pretty much right now. Let me know what you guys think.